I just got a new wetsuit from Sumarpo. I figured it would be a perfect time to test it out, see if it's good, see if it's not, and put it up against the test of my Roka swimsuit because I got my Ironman coming up soon. And do I really care that it's eco-friendly, made from 100% limestone neoprene, SQ Flex stretch inner fabric, 3D silicone GSP system, or SCS coating? No, not really. All I care about is, does it make me swim faster in the water? Does it feel good? And how does it compare against my Roka swimsuit? So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to head out on an open water swim and put the two to the test and see which one I like better, see which one I swim faster in, and see which one actually fits better. So let's get to it and see how they do. All right, we're here. We're going to do some open water swimming. The plan is I'm going to go out 500 yards. I'm going to come back 500 yards. I'm going to stop it in the Roka suit. I'm going to dry off real quick, and then I'm going to put the Sumarpo suit on. I'm going to do the exact same thing, 500 out, 500 back. Compare the time, see if there is a difference. But right now, we're starting with the Roka, and we're going to see how this one goes. All right, just wrapped up our first 1,000 yards. I think I was 146 pace, that's slow. But that's gonna be the initial test phase. So this is the Roka. Now we're gonna go switch, put on the other suit and test that out, do another 1,000 and see the comparison. So 17:48 was my final time for that 1,000 yards. All right, we got the Sumarpo wetsuit on. We're gonna head out for 1,000 yards, see how this one goes. I'm not gonna lie, I do like the fit of it. It's got little seams in here, make me go faster. We'll see if it actually does go faster, but we're gonna head out and see how this one goes. All right, just finished up the last 1,000 in the Sumarpo. I will say, I was thinking this before, I feel like I'm in between sizes. I think my legs are one size and then my upper body's a size bigger. And I think that the upper body was a little bit loose and it felt like it let in a lot of water. But I'm not sure the exact time, but I think it was around the exact same time. I'll have to look back when I do check it out, but overall I did think the suit was pretty nice. I thought it fit well, other than the upper body being a little loose, and then the legs felt fine, so I feel like I'm in between sizes. And on the website, I was looking at it, the size that I'm at for my legs is the size that I'm not at for my upper body, but overall, I thought it was a good suit. We'll have to look at the stats to see exactly where I sat compared from the Roka to the Sumarpo, but we'll check that out after. All right, so I'm all wrapped up here, and before I do actually get into the metrics of the comparison between the Roka and the Sumarpo, I do just want to go over some of the actual about the suits and the sizing. And like I was saying previously, I believe I'm in between sizes. So I think my legs are one size, and then I think my upper body is maybe a half a size to a size bigger than what my legs are or what they require. So I think with the Roka, my legs fit well in that suit, but I think my upper body is really tight, and I think the upper body part of the suit is maybe like a half a size to a size too small. So what I notice is it's really tight, and that I think it rips because of it. I got so many rips in the suit, and I think it's just because I'm trying to put it on and it doesn't fit, and I need a size bigger. But if I go a size bigger, then it's not going to fit my legs. So I feel like I'm in between sizes there. And with the Sumarpo, that suit, I think it fits better just because I think it's bigger, and I think the legs fit all right, and then I think the upper body fits a little bit too big. So when I was putting it on, I noticed like it went on a lot easier, and I was like, I wouldn't say I was wet, but I was maybe a little damp because I had to go from the Roka, and then I had to take that off, and then I had to put that on. And usually when you're wet, it just takes a lot longer to put it on, and it actually went on really easily, and I don't think I ripped it at all. So I don't know if that's an indication with the material that they use where it doesn't rip as easily, or if it's just because it fits a little bit bigger. I did feel like it did fit better just because it wasn't tight. My shoulders weren't sore because like when I'm swimming with the Roka, it's like I feel it when I'm like paddling and like going and strokes, whatever it's called. So I feel like my shoulders get a lot more tired because there isn't as much mobility with it, because like I said, I think it's a size too small. So with the Sumarpo, I think the upper body is maybe a size, half a size to a size too big, because I did notice that there was water coming in. I didn't notice any restriction in my shoulder, which is good. When I had it on, I feel like it did fit a lot better just because I wasn't tight, I wasn't constricted, and I don't know if it's the material or just because it's bigger, but I didn't notice any rips in the actual material when I was putting it on, and it went on a lot easier. I think putting it on isn't really a big deal because I'm going to be doing that before the race. Taking it off is actually what's going to matter. So moving on to the actual using the suits, when I was using the Roka, I think everything's good other than the shoulder mobility, and that just goes back to the sizing. And then one thing with the Sumarpo, I think I either didn't put it on properly, or there's just like an irritation with the Velcro right here, and it was just hitting like my neck area whenever I was breathing to that side. So that was a little bit of an irritation. Then like after the swim, I could feel it. I was like, this kind of feels like I got a burn there. And then I was talking to someone, they said it looked like I got a bug bite, or it's just really red. And I was like, it's not a bug bite, it's from the suit. So that's one thing. I don't know if I just put it on wrong or something like that, but I'm gonna have to keep testing it out in the future just to see if that's actually what it is, because whenever I went that way, it was kind of irritating. But I could go the other way, but when I'm in the water, I like to look to the right, or just that side, because when I'm going out, I got like the buildings and everything that I can kind of use as a spot. Whereas if I'm going out that way and I'm looking this way, I'm looking out into the lake and I can't see a single thing. So it's like, I don't know if I'm going straight or if I'm going like curving. So that's why I like to look that way. So it just doesn't allow that. So it's like if I'm in a race and the sun's say that way, and I want to, and it's like irritating right here, I can't really go that way because then the sun's going to be in my eyes. So that's one thing I'm going to have to test in the future to see exactly if I just put it on wrong or what it is. Maybe it's because the size is maybe half a size to a size too big. So that's just a little bit about the two suits. I do think that I do enjoy the Sumarpo a little bit better for the fit, just because I think the Roka might be a size too small, and it was like my shoulders feel constricted. But moving on to the actual comparison, what we're actually waiting for and what actually matters, am I going faster with what suit? So with the Roka, the 500 out, I averaged 155, so there was a nice current. I got 936 on that one, and then 500 back, I got 138 pace. So obviously a little bit of a current there, and then the time for that one was 8:08. So not too bad. I think that's about 1744-ish. 40, I think. Yeah, 1744 for that time. And then the Sumarpo, when I was heading out, the 500 out was 153, so about 2 seconds per 100 faster, and about 13 seconds total faster. And then on the way back, 137 on the way back for the 500, so only 1 second faster there. That was an improvement of 2 seconds, so that one was really minuscule, but over the grand whole scheme of things, it's about a 15-second improvement. So judging by the stats here, the Sumarpo did improve my swimming. It did make me faster. I don't know if it's because of the little things in my suit, or it's because maybe it's the constriction with the Roka, or whatever it is. Maybe it's just the suit, the material that they use and everything in there, but I did see an actual improvement with the actual suit, so that's good to see. I just need to test it out a little bit more in the future to see if I just didn't put it on properly, because I don't want to have the irritation on my neck with the Velcro during the whole swim. I could go the other way, but there might be other variables that doesn't allow me to go that way, like the sun, or maybe I'm swimming on the left side and there's people to the right and I'm using them as spotters, and then it just makes it harder. So I'm gonna have to do that, a little bit more testing in the future, but as of right now, it looks like I am gonna be using the Sumarpo because I'm faster in it and I want to put up the best possible time. So right now I am going to be using that. And I do have a link in the description for Sumarpo, and that'll get you 15% off if you do want to get a wetsuit. I know they have other products in there, but I've only tested out the wetsuit, and as of right now, it's looking like that's what I'm going to be using on my Ironman day. So you can check that out if you want, and if you don't, no pressure. So I do appreciate you tuning in, and we'll catch you in the next one.